Alright,
Sen.
go
Are
ahead,
you
go ahead,
ready?
go ahead.
Are you ready for the season finale of Talk with Sen? Are you ready?
Definitely, I am.
Yo, let's go. You're surpassing the Talk with MSA. Right.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
19 minutes
Okay.
remaining before we're going to
19
Not
minutes.
19.
Wow.
What?
no, 19
What?
seconds
No. Oh,
And
remaining.
oh,
counting.
sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, everyone.
10.
Be quiet, be quiet. Be
Okay.
quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. We're gonna conclude now. It's almost 11:30. Alright, that will be it for Astro's Cafe tonight. As always, thank you so much for joining us in Astro's Cafe tonight. We will be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. and on Monday at 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Until then, I'm Oscar, and this has been Astro's Cafe. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.
The cafe is now closed. This is Jim Cardano speaking. Oscar's Cafe is produced by TGON Productions. It's now 11:30. Good night. Mabuhay. Sleep tight. Good night. From the Cool FM studios here, it's time for Talk with Zen, and here he is, DJ Zen.
It was May 10, 2024, when we had the inaugural episode of TWC. I had to admit, and still am surprised, that after episode 40 of My Tulugan at that time, we all came unprepared. But Master Gio was determined that we are all prepared, even though we knew for a fact that we are not prepared. Neither am I at that time. Fast forward to a couple of weeks later, and 12 episodes later, we are here. Episode 13 of TWC. Hello, and a very good evening to all of you listening and watching right now as we speak. We are live on Cool FM and on Cool TV and across all TGON member and affiliate stations, especially Therapy TV 19, which I now currently own and operate. I finally now have the right to air Beanie on Therapy TV 19, even though the management really don't want me to. We are also live on the official YouTube channel of TGON Productions. Now, some of you are actually confused what on earth is going on. Why you can't find my show on TVH Network YouTube is because the fact that we committed a Itbulaga, the moving from Broadway to APT, and the rest was history. So we move to TGON Productions YouTube channel. So that is all I can rephrase to you. And finally, to our offices, our dear beloved offices that are currently simulcasting our program for this evening. Hello. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend because this weekend is something that I certainly hope, will lead to something great. Now, what are we going to discuss for this evening?
Oh yeah, it's my first time introducing you this time. For this time, to Talk with Zen. By the way, hello everyone. And yes, this is the Asmer edition because me and Aspin Asparagus did a little bit of Asmer in the end of Asper's Cafe because it's a little bit nighttime and we don't want to disturb some more parents right now.
I mean, it's fair enough. It's that's a fair argument. I mean, there are people actually are now already sleeping as we speak, and that we are the ones who are only awake. And I
Yes.
believe we are also live on Von.live on / Cool FM. If I can remember correctly, we're live at Von.live. We have just moved from the XSF official account to the official main of Cool FM. And I don't know if we're actually live onto that. I just need some confirmation because I do have the link on Von.live. So let me go ahead and figure that one out to see if that's actually okay. I've been if you'll give me a minute. Okay. So we
Let me just check. Let me just check. Let me just check that.
Yes.
Hold on.
oh dear.
Let me just let.
By the way, okay, so
Also, by the way, sensor.
okay, so
Alrighty. Yes.
I checked the live stream at Von.live and I figured out that the only thing that exists there is indeed the oh wait, I forgot. We are also live on Scotch Tape Productions YouTube. I am so dumb. Because considering that we are also under co-production of Scotch Tape Productions, Terabi change the hashtag. It's episode 13. You know what this means. The official hashtag for this evening is hashtag Talk with DJ CEN Season 1 Finale. Yes, you heard that one right. It is the
Oh,
end of an era here on this program. It is, we have already surpassed Talk with MSA, the predecessor to this program. And now we are invincible. We are unstoppable. We are TWC.
we
Now,
are we are also making history too.
Can you hear me? Can
oh
you hear me?
come on, Terabi TV channel 60, bro. How you can't? How can you change the hashtag? That's not fair. I work here, and we had a deal, my man. You're not gonna ruin my season finale. You've got to be kidding me. Anyways, the official
Also,
hashtag is
we
not that
start.
one that you're currently seeing right now. The official hashtag is TWC Season 1 Finale, end of an era. It really doesn't matter. Let's get straight to what the heck happened as July began. So, we start things
Alright, go
off
ahead.
with the moving up ceremony, which I call it the milestone of a lifetime. Many people on PH2 Universe are actually surprised that our moving up ceremony coverage at CEN Radio 12:06 a.m., the future of AM radio at PH2 Universe. In fact, they are currently simulcasting our program. Hello to our technical team who are still awake and drinking 2 sachets of Nescafe. We're not sponsoring, of course. That's pretty obvious. Now, we started this coverage at 3 in the morning because we had agreed that I'll be waking up at that time at 3 in the morning. So that's the epitome and the embodiment of a hardworking person. So we went to the nation's capital, which is the venue, and we were actually surprised that we are now already allowed to enter as early as 7 because we were told at the time that the building or the venue will not be open until 8 in the morning. So we arrive at exactly 7 in the morning, only to find out that the I was only allowed to enter, only completers, as they call it. And parents were not allowed at that time. They have to wait for the next half hour, which is 7:30 in the morning, before they were allowed to enter soon afterwards. And it was a very simple celebration. We were forced to dance. It was not mandatory. We were just forced to do so, considering that singing our moving up song just by that one makes it feel like it's very awkward. So we literally had to compromise and commit dance moves. And I find it very interesting. I mean, there are people who dance at the
Is
front of the stage,
uh,
so it really doesn't matter. I got some
cringy
guide.
sometimes, or is it cringy that you're dancing with on the moving up or something else?
The
Or it,
C,
it doesn't.
always remember this. The C in the sen is cringe. And at this point you already know what that means. It was
Oh
indeed
boy,
cringe. It was indeed cringe. We were what do we call
what
this?
is
We
the song, by the
stumbled
way?
a lot on our steps. We stumbled a lot on our steps. We came
Uh,
unprepared. I mean, talk about preparing it for a couple of days. Just a couple of days. Mere like less than a week. because the practice days are only Thursdays and Fridays, except for those which are already canceled. And
Wow.
that's basically the embodiment of saying you danced during the practice and now you forgot it at the day that you need to dance. That is unbelievable. And of course, a lot of hands to shake with, of course, that's pretty obvious, very traditional, nothing surprising there. And after
Yeah.
that one,
Very common.
after the ceremony, which actually ended up early because the initial time for the ceremony to end was exactly 12 noon, and the ceremony ended at 10:30 in the morning. So
That's
that was pretty advanced. That was
that's pretty
very
quick.
interesting.
That's pretty quick. Then on usually on our institution, usually it will start at uh, in the afternoon instead, because on our institution we have like Eucharistic celebration every 12 noon. Then on 2 p.m. That's the start of our graduation ceremony on my time at that time. And yeah, I got some usually good academics at that time. I got some diploma, got some like academic excellence. Nothing special. And also, yes, we also have some dance moves too. At the end, we have some graduation
That's
song.
fair.
Two of them, usually. We got some
Yeah.
gratitude song to parents, to teachers, then the graduation song, and then our hymn. It's a little bit different on your school because
Yep.
mm, it, it's a
Yeah, that's I mean,
semi-private, semi-public.
was it was that moving up though or graduation? Because obviously those two are different.
Usually, because due to the institution is getting like a budget, they have it both ways, two of them into one event. So instead of like moving up and graduation in two separate dates, they just made it into one instead. So usually you got graduation plus moving up ceremony for the other grades, supposedly. So yeah, it was that time. Okay, now back to DJ Sen.
So after typically whenever very okay, before we continue, for those of you listening to Cool FM, this is going to be out of context. I'm very sorry, but Therapy TV is currently watching Dr. Love radio show as we speak. He betrayed us. He is not listening to Cool FM. That is unbelievable. Are you kidding me? Do I have to say this again? Do I have to freaking say this again? The Therapy TV's studios and offices are located at the TV5 Media Center, Reliance Corner, Sheridan Street, Mandaluyong City.
Oh my god.
After years of working as a cameraman at Face to Face, Little Therapy finally had enough money to move to Beijing and pay not pay and rent an apartment in China to watch CCTV. Unfortunately, the apartment is so small that even his Windows XP equipment showing Beanie didn't even fit. So let's transform this thing into a fully functional headquarters of Therapy TV. First, get some galvanized square steel. No, no, no. That's already overused. Okay. Um. So back we were saying, traditionally, and this is pretty obvious. After a very important event occurs, there is obviously celebration after that one, which is obviously you'll go to somewhere else as part of your achievement. You would have to go most commonly to a mall or a restaurant or something like that. But that's the same choice. That's the same average choice of every Filipino family. You'll have to celebrate your milestone. You have to celebrate your achievements in life. by treating
Usually,
yourself.
ah, usually on my time, we usually go to KTV bars instead of going to malls because karaoke is even better than ours.
Oh, come on, Terabit. Oh my god. No way, bro. You're still leaking it. Oh my goodness. Okay. So
Wow.
back to what we were saying. So after the ceremony occurred at the nation's capital, which is obviously the city of Manila, we immediately tried to find the cast of Batang Quiapo. Just kidding. We went to Quiapo indeed, and of course, obviously do what I usually do upon entering the cathedral in Quiapo. Obviously, this is on the basis of traditionalism and religious beliefs. I have to obviously pray for my accomplishments and for the safety and long life of everybody here at the CEN headquarters, especially my family. Then and of course guidance as well for many years to come as well. Senior high, college, it's far from over. As simple as that. Then after that one, we decided to eat lunch, but not but that's not our destination. Quiapo was not our destination in terms of eating. We went further further to Divisoria of all people, and we ate there. And unfortunately, the food was somewhat boring. Like I understand. I'm not gonna name drop here. I'm not gonna name drop that fast food chain, uh, but I'm pretty sure you know that it is widely popular somewhere. But I'm not gonna name drop of for all fairness. But here's my take actually, because this is TWC. I can do whatever I want here. I can voice my disapproval and disappointment here. So the food was blonde, it was boring, and take note about this. Even the condiments of all people, you have to pay. You have to pay to get the condiments, while other branches don't usually tell you to pay for those same condiments. Usually they gave that one to you for free. And I don't understand why do they have that same old kind of policy. That's not even fair. I mean, we haven't heard of those condiments increasing in the news, the prices and stuff like that. The only thing that we're getting is obviously the tariffs and the rice and stuff. So you get my point. But the fact that you're putting tax is the best word here actually. You're putting tax on small things like calamansi and chili. That is very unbelievable. Like we usually get it for free here at our city. It's not fair. Like how do you implement a policy that is not even part of the general use, which is very odd. I mean, was that already implemented elsewhere in the country? I don't actually know. And after that one, after we ate, we actually explored a lot in the nation's capital. In fact, it has been a very long time since. Excuse me. It has actually been a while since we last had a major trip to the city of Manila. So we don't want to spend this once in a long time opportunity, because we had to it will take months. I'll tell you that it will take months before we can come back. And then there was this moment where we had to go home instead of going straight to the mall. We had decided to go home because we had to do priorities for our dogs, our seven beloved dogs. We had to figure out what on earth happened, because by the time we were going home, my uncle and my aunt were already at the mall, and they were part of the celebration. And we first went back home and then checked if the dogs are okay, and then we subsequently geared up once again. I had to remove my school uniform, change it to civilian clothes, plain old civilian clothes, nothing surprising there, and then went off or not lift off to another part of our journey to our on another trip, and it was very fun. It was very fun that I actually got a lot of rewards. Unfortunately, I'm not going to send Foden the cards. Foden, I'm very sorry, bro. I'm not gonna send you the cards. I'm not gonna send you the pictures of the cards because that. Oh my god, man. He kept on bringing it up no matter how hard I try to deflect. But the fact that they kept on bringing it up is something that I wish I want to forget. So hopefully, Foden will forget about it. But if in case he doesn't, then I'm ready. I'm ready to release it. If ever Foden stumbled upon this episode and then he's gonna listen to this part, DM me. DM me. Like, bro. Okay, let's see what else do we have in here. Um, okay. So what else do we have in here? We're still uncertain. We are still uncertain about the fate of senior high, and we're going to stop right there because we're doing another coverage at CEN Radio 1206 AM, the future of AM radio on PH2 Universe. It is called The Announcement of a Lifetime, The Fate of Senior High. This is the sequel coverage to the milestone of a lifetime, the moving up ceremony coverage. Yes, our coverage there at that day will also start at 3 in the morning and ending at 1 in the morning next day at CEN Radio 1206 AM. Actually, I am currently planning to revive my Zeno.fm account in the near future, even though I really don't have enough time to consolidate all of my tracks under the Auto DJ, which is the free service of Zeno Radio. I really don't have any funds. Therapy is rich enough to what do we call this? Therapy has the money coming from working with Mama Carla Estrada and Dr. Love, Brother Jun Banag, and he had enough funds, so he can do whatever he wants with those funds. Uh, he can either send it to Therapy TV. I don't actually know because again, this is School FM. Therapy TV is obviously different. He has a Terra Radio. I don't know what's the frequency. I forgot. But regardless, Therapy TV 19 will indeed air Beanie. I can now confirm that one. I know the management, the higher ups, especially Therapy, will definitely what do we call this? They're gonna go against this initiative. But if there's one thing I can tell you, Terabi, I operate Terabi TV 19. I can do whatever I want. And the only thing you can do is to either remove my authority to operate the station. I know and I am fully aware that you own Terabi TV 19 because you own it. You have the name in it, and it's not TN TV 19. It's not CN TV 19. It's Terebi TV 19. Get that right. My goodness me. All right. What else do we have in here? What is going on with main chat room? That is unbelievable. Even the headquarters of CEN is rioting right now. You can clearly hear the background. It's not fair. Why does everything have to be this way? Raw. Okay. We let's talk about what's happening outside the country. Of course, the 2024 UK general election. Of course, there's nothing wrong with the spreading information here. There's nothing wrong with doing congratulations or express a sense of disappointment here because this is obviously part of cool news. We're sending information, we're giving you information, and to those of you who are unaware of the surroundings, Keir Starmer is the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom after 14 years of conservative rule, and And I don't want to go even further into politics because politics is obviously banned, and that's a golden rule that will never be broken here on TGON, and we will have to limit ourselves from speaking out political stuff. We're just relaying you information because that's a obvious bypass there. And this is of course TWC. This is Talk with DJ Sen. Our mission here is to obviously talk, and talk. We're talking the talk. We can talk the talk, but we don't walk the walk. Because this is TWC. That's the mission. And besides, who cares? Just kidding. Okay, 5 minutes before 12 midnight. We're not gonna do a commercial break. We will do a commercial break. Uh, After 12 midnight. So let's see what else is going on right now. The Beanie craze continues on the main chat room, in the main chat room of the official headquarters of Cool FM. I would now start considering saying Cool FM headquarters as an alternate name to the Yo community server. So that's all I can say. Let's see what's going on right now on my Facebook. So far, nothing has changed. Okay, we do have some pictures right here. Ooh. Wait. They started already? No way. No way they already started their school year. Okay. I have no words because if they started the school year already, no way. Okay, I have no words for that one. I absolutely have no idea that they actually. Is this actually true? Because I don't actually know if this is if they already started it. I have to wait for probably August so that I can confirm everything. So let's see what else do we have in here. One of my former classmates. I'm going to share to you this one for the very first time. One of my former classmates is actually a Valorant player. And I'm pretty sure one of our fellow DJs here at the Cool FM is also a Valorant player. Much a coincidence there. Sheer coincidence that every time whenever I what do we call this? Whenever I do something, whenever I enter something, whenever I do something new, every time when I do it, there is a person who knows how to play Valorant. My goodness, that is absolutely not fair. How do I how am I encountering new people who are actual Valorant players and I don't play Valorant? Because the fact that this equipment right here that we have at the CEN headquarters only applies to low. Okay. Okay. Hang on a minute because I just got a post from Master Geo. Master Geometric Tomato. This is he just posted the official opening billboard for the upcoming morning show. This is of course part of the Philippine fan-made community, the world of Philippine fan-mades. This is the opening billboard for the upcoming morning show this morning on DBC, or the Durian Broadcasting Corporation, which is part of Sandoval Media. And unfortunately, it's here on Instagram. I don't actually know if he did posted it on Facebook. I have no idea whatsoever. Although I don't want to check because I have no idea if he actually posted it on Facebook. So let me check if he did. So I, my goodness me, oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, his last activity on Facebook was a day ago, so that was 4th of July. There's literally nothing there apart from. Okay, we're not gonna talk about this recent post that he had because we're not bringing this one up because it's too sensitive. Okay, 1 minute before 12 midnight, and subsequently Saturday, the 6th of July. Right after the commercial break, we'll be talking about the fate of TWC and how season 2 will be implemented and what will be the major changes that you'll get to see on season 2 of TWC. We're just waiting for 12 midnight to hit before we can play the commercial break. So, in the meantime, Terabi is showcasing what on earth is going on right now at our headquarters right here. In fact, I think that's the wrong time. That is absolutely the wrong time. We have some technical difficulties. I mean, it's not normal anymore to see stuff like that one. So that's what do we call this? 3:59 p.m. Oh wow! What the time zone is that? I actually don't know. What the? Okay, it's now 12 midnight. I think 12 midnight. That's 4 p.m. If that's 4 p.m. and it's 12 midnight, correct me if I'm wrong. That is the British Standard Time. That's the British time zone. If I can get that one right. Oh wait, no, it's not British time because British time is 5 in the morning. So basically, it's no, not GMT. No, UTC is different. So probably GMT. GMT, the Greenwich Mean Time, is 4 p.m. And if I can get that one right again, because I absolutely have no idea what's going on right now. I have no knowledge whatsoever. I'm trying to make a good guess because whenever I think of British time, if you subtract 1 more hour, that precisely means that's GMT. All right, it's 12:01. TWC will return after the break. Welcome back to TWC. It is now 12:08 in the morning on Saturday, the 6th of July. We are 6 days, less than 6 days away from the sequel to the milestone of a lifetime, the moving up ceremony coverage on CEN Radio 12:06 a.m., the feature of AM radio on PH2 Universe. It will be now a sequel. The sequel will happen on July 12. It will be called as The Announcement of a Lifetime, The Fate of Senior High, which you'll get to see beginning the 12th of July, as I mentioned, at 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning, there's nothing surprising there, other than the fact that you should watch out what's going on within the next couple of hours after that. So, uh, before we continue, I actually intentionally customize the sofa for this broadcast because I knew, for a personal note, that it would be fitting for a season finale. So Therapy, you might want to zoom in for a little bit because just if our viewers can look at where I am currently sitting with my close colleague out here, Asphere, um, you can tell at this point that it is covered with wrappers filled with TWC logos, and even the table has TWC in it, and that is something that you'll get to see beginning next season. You heard that one right. Here we are. What will happen once season 2 arrives? Now, those sofa changes and even the table changes that will happen hopefully on season 2. Yes, there it is. There's the sofa and the table. That will hopefully happen once we start season 2. Now, a lot of people are actually demanding this. Change the freaking poster, change the freaking logo there. Actually, the initial decision was to protect my privacy. All right, it is to protect my self-identification because some people are actually skeptical about putting me onto that intro, just like what MSA did. But at that time, I literally had to do some precautionary measures that I think will stand out from the former program, the predecessor of this program. So I have decided against putting myself as a human being onto that intro of TWC. And instead, they have compromised. They've agreed that they're just going to put a random guy, then they're just going to paste the CEN logo. Now, that era is over beginning season 2. I will be sending my personal pics on. Oh my goodness, I am so embarrassed on saying that one. I am very sorry, but it will finally happen. I will commit MSA moments. I will now finally put myself as a human being on the intro for season freaking 2. Now, when is season 2? Now, that is something that you have to watch out. That is something that you have to figure that one out because initially, season 2 was going to is going to start once My Tulugan returns. We've already agreed on that one. The management of Scotch Day Productions and TGON Productions, and as well as my own production company, Skyscraper Productions, have already agreed to that one. That TWC season 2 debut will pair up with the return of My Tulugan, which is this coming July. But unfortunately, Master Jo is unable to bring you My Tulugan for this week anyway, because from what I've been seeing on his in real life activities recently, he is returning to his headquarters. He is returning to his home at Panburst TV. So, if in case you probably don't know, that's basically the embodiment of saying that I am here at CN headquarters, and you should already know by now what that code means. So, Master Geo is on his way back to the headquarters of Panburst TV, and he is set to return on Might Lugan, hopefully within this July. Now, For TWC season 2, you'll have to wait. Unfortunately, I after this broadcast, it will be either music automation, but it will depend on the management of Cool FM if ever they will if ever they will do a you heard that one, Bluetooth disconnected. But again, um if ever they will play a replay episode of TWC season 1, I have nothing against it. And if they chose music automation after my Tulugan, I also have nothing to against it because I have no control of my show. I'm not the higher up here anyway. And basically, it's the embodiment of saying that you own a show, you operate a show, you host a show. But the fact that you cannot control your show is wild. I mean, I have nothing against the fate of TWC. They have to wait for my approval anyway. And that approval is that this program, there it is again. And again, serious talk here. The fate of TWC is still on my hands, and that fate has now been sealed. After this broadcast, we are taking a break. TWC, as you know it, is temporarily ending its broadcast. And hopefully, we can at least find some time to prepare because one of the main reasons why I've decided to announce a season break is because first and foremost I have to prepare for senior high. I kept on telling you that in the next 7 days, in the next Sunday, next Sunday, next Saturday, will be the announcement of a lifetime, our sequel coverage of what happened last July 1. And for those of you who are actually new to this one, I'm very sorry. You have to rewind the entire stream. But anyways, back to where I was saying, I have to prepare for what will happen in real life in terms of my own point of view. I have to take care of myself, and at the same time, spend the rest of my vacation while it's still there. And hopefully, the projected timeline for TWC is secret. You will never know because this time I now control the fate of the show. I can now be arrogant about controlling the show because this is going to be very exciting, I tell you. But uh if there's one thing that I can confirm to you right now is that I will continue to appear on My Tulugan. I will continue to appear on My Tulugan despite the fact that TWC um, will be having its season break. I'll try as much as I could. Who knows what will happen? Anything can happen. Although I don't actually know if Asphere's Cafe is will continue to air on Saturday, which is later tonight. I don't actually know, but I do know for a fact that My Tulugan is coming back soon. So hopefully we can settle this one out. And lastly, we will change the intro for season 2. Oh my goodness me. We kept on telling you that one right now. I am going to show myself, reveal the D. I mean, reveal my human being posture onto that intro, just like what MSA did on his show, Talk with MSA. We're going to do the same thing, all right? And if you can remember within the past couple of episodes ago, on TWC. It was supposed to be like Talk with MSA, which is pure Tagalog. And I had desperately tried my very best to at least fill in one very long sentence with Filipino words. And I stumbled for a couple of episodes. So I have decided that since Cool FM management has decided that because of our resurgence of our popularity, we had to reformat most of our programs. And hopefully, this season break will give the show an opportunity for it to have a smooth transition. So we are all hoping for that one. And since we are indeed running out of time for our broadcast for today, the last broadcast of season one. There are a lot of people to thank, but I'll have to single out a few. Uh, Man, that phrase is familiar, but people get to rephrase that one again. People get to reuse that one again. There's nothing wrong. First and foremost, to the management and staff of Cool FM, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to not only revive this wonderful show that has garnered that has garnered Cool FM's first surge in popularity, but also a fair share of controversies. And I basically turned it into somewhat of a family friendly program. And second, to the staff and management of Scotch Tape Productions, thank you very much. They're the ones who co produced this program as well. Without Scotch Tape Productions, without the Master Jos's plea for TWC to exist, none of this would have happened. Excuse me. Third, of course, TVH Network. Thank you very much. TVH Network, and I have already said TGON Productions. I did not say the entire management. TGON Production takes care of distributing the show, so that's all I can say. But TVH Network, our former home, and it still is in terms of social media, because you don't want to confuse yourself. TVH Network is still simulcasting this program anyway. TVH Network, thank you very much for your unwavering and continuous support to this program. Without your guidance, without your existence, none of this would had happened. To the management and staff as well of Therapy TV, as well as the president and co-founder. I almost said I said co-founder, president and founder, the glorious supreme leader of television, Therapy TV. Why did I even say that one in a very arrogant way? Thank you very much, Terabi TV, for lending our cameras for TWC. And you can already tell at this point that the cameras, in fact, that we're using, there it is, there's the cameras, were acquired by Terabi TV. And unfortunately, the Therapy TV logo isn't there, so that's why I kept on posting CENX Therapy TV for a while now. So that's a joke. There's literally nothing to worry about there. And there it is. There it is. That's the current camera. Hopefully, we'll be using that one on season 2, because these cameras are now starting to go outdated. In fact, I just saw some rust before the start of this broadcast. I'll tell you that one right now. I mean, they're relatively new in terms of what you can see right now, but deep down inside, that's actually starting to rot. To the management and staff of CEN Broadcasting Corporation, thank you very much for your continuous support and unwavering support, despite the fact that the stakeholders and shareholders in real life are currently fighting against each other at CEN Broadcasting Corporation. Most of our workers here have declared their support to yours truly, DJ Sen, because obviously, I literally have no idea that behind the scenes, CEN Broadcasting Corporation is currently facing an existential crisis for no reason whatsoever. They're just fighting for what? I have yet to resolve that crisis. But don't worry, everything will be fine, because at the end of the day, back to work, business as usual. Nobody gets any benefits nor any consequences with those fighting. To the technical team, of CEN Radio 1206 AM. Thank you for your continuous support and spending the entire time of our broadcast for 13 episodes, and hopefully we can continue up until TWC's met its real fate of a real deal cancellation. We're not gonna we're not going to wish for that one. I wish no ill of the show, but I know for a fact that all good things will and must come to an end, and this era which is a very good era, will come to an end in the next couple of minutes' time. To the management and staff of Cool FM and Cool TV, thank you very much for your continuous support. I'm actually very grateful that I started this career by an accident. It all started with one message. Last February of 2024, during an episode of My Tulugan, uh, I think that was the middle of February. It's either the middle of February or late February. Um, I said there that if there are any job vacancies on the world of fan made broadcasting, and uh, Mami Ayu at that time, if I can remember, was that Mami Ayu or Starus or Geometric? It's either one of the three peeps, but one of them actually said that the slot that was available was to star in a show or in a movie, rather, headlined by Staros, and it's a relatively weird one. I'm not gonna go dig deeper into that one because of the obvious fact that Cool FM is no longer a uh, fan made radio station. Um, and then the rest was history. The rest was history, and then there was my overall performance during the EDSA special of Cool FM, and subsequently they gave me a slot for Synthwave Sunday. And finally, there was Cool News, and then my appearances at My Tulugan, and then this one, Talk with DJ Sen. Man, a lot has come along the way. Like, imagine this, a span of how many months? It was February, that's one. March, that's two. April, that's three. Four, that's May. Five, it's June. And now six, it's 6 months. And still counting. Imagine that. That is unbelievable. You can, it's nearly impossible to think that you can do this from being a member of a server, from being relatively unknown to the world of fan made broadcasting for the very first time in your life, which is in February, all the way to becoming one of Cool FM's most popular DJs. I couldn't say most popular because I'm even not that popular yet. I'm just relatively new to the scene, and I accepted that fact. Even though I have a show, which is this one, even though I had Synthwave Sunday, who cares? I'm just new to the scene. And I have so much to learn in this industry. So, Cool FM, thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And hang on a minute, one of our viewers actually messaged and they tell, is it the official sign off of, is this the final sign off of Cool FM? No, it's not the final sign off of Cool FM. We're just signing off TWC for the very last time. Just kidding. To our loyal listeners at the offices that are currently broadcasting and simulcasting and airing this program, beginning episode 1, thank you very much. If it wasn't for my dad, I love you. I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with showing family appreciation, and that's, of course, the family here at CEN headquarters. Without their unwavering support, without their affectionate love and support towards me, and of course guidance, none of these would have happened. So I admire them, I love them, I adore them as much as they do the same to me. So that's all I can tell you so far, aside from the fact that we actually, I'll tell you this. By the time Coal News at 6 was about to go on the air yesterday or last night, um, I just finished. I just finished the my job here at CEN headquarters. It was 5:30 p.m., which is the usual time where I get to compile all of the articles for the 6 p.m. newscast, and I knew I was not gonna make it, but out of nowhere I did make it. So that was pretty lucky in terms of my own point of view, and I don't actually know what happened. Why Ashford didn't join us on the 6 p.m. bulletin. I have no idea whatsoever because I was incredibly busy here at CEN headquarters. Uh, and I absolutely have no idea what on earth happened during that time. He was somewhat complaining to what happened yesterday, and I seem to have no information whatsoever about what on earth happened. So probably it has something to do with the cool news
Um,
bullet. Okay,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
I was watching News Hub that was
Yep,
closing down. That's why I didn't
I see.
join Cool News. I didn't join Cool News because I was focusing on News Hub that was finally closing down.
From what I remember, actually, there is this replacement from the owners of News Hub. There's a replacement, and I don't actually know
Yeah, it
what
is.
that is.
It's called Tree News. It's called Tree News, but it will
I
be
see.
handled by staff. It will be handled by staff, as far as I remember. So yeah, I didn't join 6 p.m. bulletin because I was really busy watching how it ended. So yeah, my bad.
No, no, it's fine. There's literally nothing wrong with a watching on another end of an era. I must say, in terms of broadcasting, everything really does come to an end, for better or for worse, in terms of how you interpret it, either on good ways and or bad ways. In situations like those, pretty much unavoidable. Especially in this time where TWC is also facing the same fate for now. And what else should I be thinking as well? I think there's nothing else to thank on the show as well. Considering that I'm the only one who who usually attend here for a while, so again, uh, a lot of people to thank. I have already thanked them, so if I have missed somebody, I am very sorry. If I did not missed a name or a figure who was influential to TWC, Dreamcar as well, who joined us just a couple of minutes ago during our live broadcast. Thank you very much for your appearance there, and Asphere as well. Um, Hopefully, the TGON Productions disclaimer will now be appeared on TWC because the TWC is obviously the embodiment of real deal talk. So there's got to be a lot of opinions and stuff. So resembling of that of HWM, but it's not HWM. Uh, there's no comparison there because Mamon has his own style. Mamon has his own program. He has his own format. The show has its own way of delivering the show as it should be, which is obviously Hangout with Mamon. It lives up by to its name itself, which is Hangout. Um, as for here on TWC, one last note. I'm actually hoping that the disclaimer one as well. The disclaimer, I'm actually waiting for that one to pop up for the very first time in season 2. The disclaimer one, which contains disclaimer: this TWC episode is co-produced by TGON Productions, Scotch Tape Productions, and my own production company, Skyscraper Productions. I did not acquire it for nothing. I'm telling you that one in real life. Skyscraper Productions was founded by a group of small friends, not small friends, a group of friends that I know. They were not my classmates; they were my friends. Basically, you can call it as a neighborhood friend or a nearby friend, and they formed this small company dedicated towards media because those same friends that I met and founded this production company were also interested in media. Unfortunately, they all decided that they're just going to give up the project. So I called them, and they decided that I was going to acquire their production company in real life. So I acquired them for absolutely free because they really don't want to have any money involved, which is absolutely a good thing because um, there is this rare moment in time where you can get things for free, absolutely free of charge, no tax, nothing to pay. So those are very rare times in life that you have to seize the opportunity. As long as it's free, you have to get that opportunity, take the opportunity, seize the opportunity. And so I did, and I grew Skyscraper Productions into a well known company. So, not in terms of in real life, but in terms of how I built it through friendships and partnerships. We have yet to grow it in terms of mainstream and stuff, but I have no plans whatsoever to turn that one into a mainstream production company. We're not even legal yet. Plus, I'm not yet in the legal age. Okay, so to those of you who are demanding, please know that's not gonna happen. Now, this is it. This is it. We have reached the end of the finish line. I should call it the finish line of TWC's season 1. After 13 episodes, TWC is officially bowing out. And of course, following our original agreement that TWC is originally created by TGON Productions, Scotch Tape Productions, and my production company, Skyscraper Productions, to outlast Talk with MSA, the predecessor of this program, for 13 episodes. We did it, we've reached the goal, and now the agreement has expired. It was never meant to be. From all of us here at TWC, for the very last time on season 1, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for your continuous support. Until next time, good night and goodbye.